Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai Bashemar Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us what we now know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us what we now know, and including the bishops on down too. And Yahweh Bashmiel Shai Brakatham to the 144,000, and including the 1/3 that do follow, and it's your brother Laban. Now, I want to deal with one out of two of the visions that my mother came to me with in the span of this week. She had one the day, I would say 2 days before the next one that she had, and I'll get into that one later on as well. But in regards to this one, she had a vision where she was with her sister, and she was around a sect of people that was eating bountifully. And, the rest of the other people around her was struggling to eat. So it was as if they were living in two worlds, And so, that very thing that she had envisioned is something that's very well going to happen, because there's scriptures that can back it up, This is Psalms 33 and verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, and upon them that hope in his mercy. And Lord willing, this will be an exhorting, faith-boosting lesson as well. To deliver their souls from death, and to keep them alive in famine. And just as well as it reads in the 5th chapter in the book of Job, it says quite similar. And by the way, just to mention too, my mother, she believes that she's an Israelite as well. And even my father in the States, he believes in the same thing. This is a surety that we will be taken care of in the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, we're talking about a time where there's a societal collapse, where there's no more businesses, there's no more transportation of goods towards your stores anymore, and the stores will no longer be active. So you would assume in those times that how in the world can we eat? And that's what the carnal mind would have you believe. But when you think spiritually, all things are possible with the Heavenly Father. So it's going to be very possible for the elect to be taken care of in the hour of Jacob's trouble, all right, that we're approaching shortly. So let's read this now. Verse 19, though. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evils touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. And you're going to have two things happening. You're going to have the famine taking place, because you will have a psychological operation where they're going to say, where food is actually scarce because of this or because of that, which they're already talking about right now, to a degree. So, we know before Yahweh Shai gets back, there's going to be all kind of chaos ensuing. But in the chaos, we're going to be taken care of. And it really doesn't matter about the environment. It doesn't matter about how we perceive things to be in that time. It doesn't matter what we feel and what we think. What's going to matter is the purpose of the Lord, which will stand. And the purpose of the Lord in this case, in this topic, is that the elect will be taken care of, and they will be redeemed. They will be delivered from all of these various things. Okay? If they stick true to the doctrine of life, which Yahweh Shai gave unto us. All right? So let's go back and read Psalms 33 and verse 19. To deliver their souls from death, and to keep them alive in famine. So how in the world are we going to be kept alive in the time of famine? You would have to be eaten. All right. So the precept to that, again, is that let's go all the way down to a couple of more verses. I think we can go up, actually. It's got to be in here, man. It has to be in here. Where it reads that we shall laugh at destruction. I want to read that as well. hold on, wait, then maybe it's all the way down here. Yeah, there it is right there. Exactly. Verse 22. Yeah. So this reads, at destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh, and neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast. So something's got to be had for us to do this in that time. To laugh at destruction and famine. You got to be pretty much well taken care of, either spiritually or literally or both. And so we shall be. All right. Now, when we go into the history of what happened back in the time of Abraham and Isaac, there was a famine. And yes, the Heavenly Father had it so that Isaac became rich in that time because he found grains. He found, water wells. And then he had a flock of cattle, as it explains, and so much so that the Philistines that were around that area, they were suffering, and they also got jealous, so much so that they put dirt in the water wells, which we're going to go into right now. So this reads, then Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year an 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him, and the man waxed great and went forward and grew until he became very great. For he had a possession of flocks and a possession of herds and great store of servants. And the Philistines envied him for all of the wells which his father's servant had digged in the days of Abraham his father. The Philistines had stopped them, and filled them with the earth. In other words, they put dirt in the water wells. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. And Isaac departed thence and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. The quarrels over the wells. And Isaac digged again the wells of water, which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father. For the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham. And he called their names after the names by which his father had called them. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley and found there a well of springing of water. See? So you would think in the time of famine, where the whole land suffers of that sort of thing, you would assume everybody's is going to be out to die. The Lord had something else so to happen. Because the thing with Abraham and Isaac, those were his men that he was working with, okay? Especially for the covenant, so that he can procreate and bring about Jacob, and so that they can have the covenant. All right, his descendants can have that covenant. That was the chosen line. And the thing with Isaac, is, as we believe to be in the reincarnation, is Yahweh Shai. Now, Isaac was supposed to be the sacrifice to prove that Abraham loved the Lord, right? But it was nothing more than a test. And he didn't get sacrificed at the end of the day. So the thing with Isaac was a very important somebody in the Old Testament. Okay, and as well as he's a very important person in the grand scheme of things of the gospel in general, from the Old to the New Testament. All right, because he is Yahweh Shai, as we believe through the Spirit. All right, so the Lord took care of him in an hour of famine. Psalms 125 and verse 1. And they that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. Now let's look up that word removed. So the word is mawat, if I'm correct. Yeah, mawat, which means to totter, to shake, to slip. To totter, to shake, to slip, to be shaken, be moved, be overthrown, to dislodge, let fall, drop, to be greatly shaken. So the Most High is going to make it sure that we are not shaken from our faith. Now the Lord is going to have our faiths tested. The amount of level of faith that we do have will be put to the test. And we will overcome. So in the time of great despair, all of these things will be had. We're going to be eaten. And so much so, we're going to be doing good in that time that we're going to laugh at destruction. Because when destruction is being seen and famine is being experienced, there's no time and space in your mind to laugh emotionally. There's no time and space for you to feel happy. You're not going to feel that. All right. Naturally, you're going to feel a sense of anxiety, a feeling of being diseased. Those are the emotions you're going to feel. All right. But over here it says that destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. So again, the Lord is going to do a mighty work for us to be doing this. And neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. And you're going to have wild beasts roaming around in major cities too. Like down here in the UK, you have a lot of Black Panthers around here too. Okay. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and in the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. You know, and then you're going to have those zoo animals. They're going to come out free, and they're going to be wandering too. So there it is, man. But the point of this lesson over here is to do with my mother's vision that she came to me with. And as she said she was with her sister, and she was with a sect of people that was eating real good, while other people were just running around, panicking, struggling to find something to eat. All right. And that's how it's going to be for the elect. The elect are going to be eating well, while they're going to be seeing destruction and famine play out. All right. And the Lord is going to have to give us a spirit to laugh at destruction as well, just to include. So that's all I have to say with this. I'm going to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashmiao Shai Bashemar Rakak Wadash. And with that, I'm out. Shalom.